Good Thursday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great Thursday so far, and as well as a great start to your day. And it is January 9th, 2025. And in today's forecast, we are going to be talking about a major winter storm that's going to be rolling on through these next few days, which is going to be bringing that potential for heavy snowfall, a lot of freezing rain, and perhaps even some sleet mixing on in, as well as this could really cause some extreme impacts farther down to the south, pretty much anywhere from Texas all the way back up there into the Carolinas, as we will have a pretty big winter storm rolling on through. And of course, those areas farther to the north will also experience some of it too as well. And then after that winter storm rolls on through these next few days, we will be tracking even another potential winter storm to roll on through after the middle of this month, which could be bringing even that potential for blizzard conditions across more areas in the United States, which we will go over in the later part of this video. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we do upload every day, and so that way you guys can stay informed on this channel, as we will keep you guys updated with the latest. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up as well. Those help out more than you know. And of course, leave any questions, comments, or concerns that you guys have down below. Feel free to leave anything down below, and I'll get to those right after today's weather forecast. But let's first start off by giving you guys an overview with these watches, warnings, and as well as these advisories. And as you guys can see, we do have winter storm warnings already in effect for those areas across northeast Texas, southeast Oklahoma, much of Arkansas, northwestern Louisiana, into southern Mississippi, or not southern Mississippi, but southern Missouri, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, pretty good portion there of western and central Tennessee, back over there into western and central Kentucky, and as well as parts there of the lower Ohio Valley are all going to be at risk for a lot of heavy snowfall, as we do have those winter storm warnings currently in effect for those areas. So make sure you guys are all being on high alert out there, as even those areas, even down there into New Mexico and even down there into El Paso, Texas, are currently seeing those winter weather advisories in effect as well. So this is going to be a pretty large storm, given the fact that we even got those widespread winter weather advisories also in effect for a lot of those areas as well. So like I said, make sure you guys are all being on high alert, as this is going to be a pretty big winter storm as it rolls on through the next few days. And of course, this winter storm could continue to bring impacts over there into the Carolinas, and it will also bring a lot of cold air even into the places along the Gulf Coast, especially those places like Louisiana, extreme southern Mississippi, and as well as those areas even into parts of Florida. Now, let's go ahead and show you guys what this winter storm is going to look like as it rolls on through. Now, I wish I could look at the HRRR model with this, but most of the HRRR model runs only had 18 hours out, so I decided I would use the NAM 12 KM model for this, just given the fact that it's also kind of like a future radar as well. But we will let you guys know what to expect with the HRRR model in the next video, which will be pretty soon. I think we should be able to use the HRRR model pretty soon, because this winter storm is expected to roll on through tomorrow across a lot of these areas. But if we do look at the NAM 12 KM model, as you guys can see, we do have that potential for a lot of freezing rain and also a lot of heavy snowfall with the system as it gets ready to roll on through tomorrow, which is going to start out by bringing a lot of freezing rain to even the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and of course that heavy snowfall and sleet on the northern side of that system, and that will continue to bring that potential for heavy snow and even some freezing rain to those areas in Arkansas, back over there into Mississippi, even up there into parts there in Missouri. We're likely going to get some heavy snowfall, maybe even a little bit of freezing rain mixed on in some areas, especially down here in southern Arkansas and as well as Mississippi, and that will even continue to bring heavy snowfall even as it rolls on through the lower Ohio Valley, where we even got those winter storm warnings also in effect. And of course, that will even continue to bring that potential for freezing rain even down there into Alabama, northern Georgia, pretty good portion there of Tennessee, and as well as into the Carolinas Carolinas as it continues to roll on through. So we definitely got to watch this storm very closely, as it could be bringing both widespread freezing rain and also widespread heavy snowfall, which could definitely lead to power outages in some areas. So make sure you are prepared for the worst, as we could be seeing widespread power outages, down trees, down tree branches, and even a lot more stuff than just that, as this sure is going to be a pretty hazardous winter storm as it rolls on through, as travel impacts are even going to be extreme, which we will look at in a few minutes. Now, let's go ahead and look at how much snow and how much freezing rain we can expect with this winter storm as it rolls on through. Now, once again, I wish I could use the HRRR model for this, but because it only heads 18 hours out on most of its runs, we will still have to wait a little bit before we can look at it. But like I said, I should be able to look at that in the next video. But yeah, as you guys can see though, we will be tracking that potential for some pretty heavy snowfall over there in northern Texas, especially areas north of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, back up there into a pretty good portion there of eastern Oklahoma. Could even include the Tulsa area, and could even include parts there of southern Missouri, including the Springfield region, back down there into Little Rock, Arkansas, even over there into Tennessee, including the Nashville area, up there into Kentucky, and even parts there of southern Indiana and southern Ohio could even experience some of this winter storm too, as well, as some of those areas might even be picking up near 6 inches too, as well, as we do have a little bit of purple showing up a little farther to the north. So we definitely got to watch this storm very closely, as it is expected to bring that risk for widespread heavy snowfall, which could lead to around a foot, like I said. And of course, that will be the same concern with that freezing rain too, as well, as it rolls on through, as not only will we be seeing heavy snow, but we'll also be seeing that potential for a lot of freezing rain anywhere from Texas all the way back over there into the Carolinas, as some of these areas, especially shaded in those darker paints and even those brown colors, could maybe indicate anywhere from a half an inch to an inch of freezing rain in some areas, including the southern Arkansas area. But if we compare all of that to what the National Weather Service is showing, the National Weather Service does not say there is going to be as much snowfall across central Arkansas. It does not say that there is going to be as much, but there should still be enough to where we still could be seeing those potential for some extreme travel impacts, like I said, especially those areas shaded in that purple color. And same with that freezing rain, we do not see as much of that shown with the National Weather Service, as the National Weather Service does not agree with the NAM model with the freezing rain. And that is mainly because, at least from my opinion, the NAM model was being pretty bullish with the freezing rain. But I do kind of agree with the National Weather Service that we could still be seeing that potential for even over a quarter of an inch of freezing rain. So we definitely got to watch this storm very closely, as it could bring a little more freezing rain than expected. We'll have to see if the NAM model is right about this, but from everything that we just looked at, I kind of agree with the National Weather Service a little bit better, as this seems a little bit more accurate overall. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it closely, as this is going to be concerning. Now, here are your travel impacts after looking at that freezing rain and also your total snowfall with this winter storm. And for the next couple of days, we will be seeing that potential for extreme impacts, like I said, across parts there of the region, especially northeast Texas, all the way back up there into Little Rock, Arkansas, where we will likely see those highest impacts. But even those impacts continue even up there into Nashville, Tennessee, northern Alabama, northern Georgia, including the Atlanta region, even up there into northern Mississippi, and even parts there of the Ohio Valley could also be seeing some minor impacts, as we are expecting anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of snowfall in some of those areas up there farther to the north, which is still enough to meet that criteria for a winter storm warning, given the fact that areas like the lower Ohio Valley does not typically get that much snowfall per year, as some of those areas, especially Evansville and Louisville, only see an average amount of around a foot. So it is kind of wild how we are experiencing a lot of snowfall in those areas once again, but it's definitely something to really keep an eye on, as we could be seeing those minor impacts extend farther to the north. But like I said, it's especially going to be these areas down there in Arkansas, northern Louisiana, and of course northeast Texas, where we could be seeing those major to extreme impacts. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the potential for blizzard conditions, especially as we get past the middle of January. And as you guys can see, from January 16th all the way to the 22nd of January, so pretty much from 16th of January all the way to 22, we will be tracking that potential for some pretty big shots of cold air, and some of them even look to bring well below average temperatures to even parts there of the southeast. So we definitely got to watch this very closely, as we will have several Arctic blasts to keep an eye on later this month. So definitely make sure to be prepared for those, as more Arctic blasts will likely be coming our way. And same with heavy snowfall, as the Climate Prediction Center is also pretty confident with that heavy snowfall, almost including the same areas that are expecting those below normal temperatures. It does stay a little farther to the north, but still includes some of those areas farther down to the south, like Oklahoma, and as well as the lower Ohio Valley, where we could be seeing, like I said, some pretty heavy snowfall. So we will continue to watch that. And of course, we will even see those high winds during the same time frame from January 16th all the way to the 22nd of January, where we will see that potential for even some widespread high winds, which as of right now, it's only a slight chance, so obviously not high, but it's definitely something to watch for, as we could be seeing that potential for some high winds across much of this area. And just to show you guys that we could be seeing blizzard conditions, given the fact that the areas that are expecting heavy snowfall could also see those high winds, and that was pretty much from January 16th all the way to the 22nd. So during that time frame on January 18th, as you guys can see, we really see those wind gusts start to pick up on the European model, as anywhere from 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts does appear possible, as this is what the European model is currently showing. And if we look at what we could see during the same time, we see those strong wind gusts, which once again will be on the same day, which will be on January 18th. We do see that potential for some heavy snowfall on the northern side of that system, and you'll probably like, well, probably not. We're not going to see blizzard conditions, especially because it's seeing that rainfall far down to the south, but that is not true. What we need to watch for is a big shot of cold air right there, possibly making it farther down to the south, and if that happens, that's when we'll have that higher potential for blizzard conditions. So it just depends on if this area of cold air is able to make it farther down to the south than what it's currently shown on this model right now, which that will likely change given the fact that we are heading very far out, but we will definitely continue to watch it, as this is going to be another concern as we get into the later part of our January. Now, the final things we're going to look at is your total freezing rain and also your total snowfall long range. So just to show you guys what we could see with the next winter storm that could roll on through later this month, especially anywhere from the 16th all the way through the 22nd of January, and pretty much during that time, anywhere from now all the way to January 20. As you guys can see, we will be tracking, like I said, that potential for freezing rain with that winter storm that's going to roll on through these next few days, but we're especially going to be watching the northern United States, especially the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and as well as the Northeast for some freezing rain, and that could very well unfold as we get into January 20. And of course, we could even be seeing that potential for even some heavy snowfall on the northern side of that system, which could bring that potential for even a few feet of snowfall in some areas. So definitely something to watch for as we get into the January 20th time frame, as some pretty high snow amounts could unfold with that system as it rolls on through after the middle of January. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy today's weather forecast. Once again, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we do upload every day, and so that way you can stay informed on this channel, as we do upload daily, and of course we'll even keep keep you guys updated with the latest. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up as well. This helps out more than you know. And of course, leave any questions, comments, or concerns that you guys have down below. Feel free to leave anything down below, and I'll get to those comments in just a second. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.